Exciting times. I've got a delivery. Let's get in there with one hand. Oh, got it. Eat it. I'd say, here we go. It's arrived. Protein shaker from London Muscle, supporting the NHS. Hats off to the guys for sorting these out. All the profits go to the NHS and supporting the much needed work to fight the coronavirus. So if you are in need of a protein shaker, go and pick yourself one up. Link is going to be in the description below, so yeah, go and check it out. Hello and welcome to the video. I've just got back from doing a Hello, welcome to the video. I've just finished a back workout, so I'm sitting now having a protein shake at my brand new London Muscle protein shaker. I'm having a banana, which is the ultimate post and pre-workout snack or meal, depending on how much you can eat. And I also wanted to show you before I get into the video is that I've got myself a brand new ring light and a messy room behind. So if you're wondering why I'm looking incredibly sexy, it is actually probably down to the ring light and nothing to do with me. Here we go. Got it set up on the ring light. I haven't done it that good though. I've got to crank my neck. I can adjust the height though. Look, ooh. We'll leave it like that for now. I'll just crouch down and talk to you. Right, so I've got my coffee. Dream big. It's gonna be the wrong way around though, I think, on the camera. It would say gib, mead. Anyway, got that. What I've got on the screen is the footage from a leg workout that I did during this lockdown period in the garage. I've done all the other episodes. This is going to be part of the Survival of the Fittest series. It's been a long time coming, this leg workout. Reason it's taken me so long to do it is I had the footage and I didn't really know how to put it into a video because I've got a video coming up now that I'm back in a bulking phase, so I've put my calories right back up again. Legs have always been a massive weakness of mine, so I'm actually going to properly document the whole process of me focusing on building my legs and seeing what I can achieve, and hopefully I can share some findings with you on what I've managed to do with my legs. So I didn't really know how I was going to approach this because I didn't want to do two videos exactly the same. So anyway, I'm just going to show you some exercises based on what I would normally train in the gym and how I've managed to convert them to do them at home using bands and other bits and things that I can find. Again, the idea of this Survival of the Fittest series is to prove to you that you don't have to do these like 20 reps exercises and things that are nowhere near as intense as what you would normally do in the gym when you have access to all the dumbbells and weights. With bands and body weight and all these sorts of things, you can still get just as an intensive workout. You can still get yourself in that 8 to 12 rep range that we're all looking for. So yeah, I'm gonna play the footage and drink my coffee and go over the exercises and hopefully give you some pointers on how you can do it. Right, so the first exercise that I start off with is a lunge, and you can, I mean, normally in the gym you would have a dumbbell on your back or you'd hold on to, a barbell on your back or you'd hold on to dumbbells, but we don't have that, so I'm using a resistance band, and I want to focus on my quads on this particular exercise. So when I place my feet down on the floor, I want them to be the closer you have them, the more it's going to target your quads, and the further apart your stance, the more it's going to target your hams and glutes. So depending on what you want to target, you can obviously place your feet in different points, but I've got my feet fairly close here. As you can see, my knee is coming down to roughly where my heel is that's planted on the floor. You can make it easier and harder by just changing the resistance band. So I'm going for sort of medium strength resistance band and I'm holding it fairly low down, so I'm making the band a little bit shorter. As you can see, there's some slack coming out of the grip that I've got there. So you can make it harder by, you know, making the increasing the thickness of the band, or you can hold it closer to your foot, if that makes sense. So you either make the band thicker or shorter. Those are the two ways that you're going to make it harder. I then moved on to doing a hamstring curl. So again, when you're in the gym, you can find a machine that will be able to target your hamstrings. So one way in which I did it, because I'll show you two ways. This way, I'll just attach the resistance band to a post, so whatever you can find that's solid, and then hooked it around my ankle and kept my body flat and tried to focus on bringing my heel directly into my bum. Now you don't have to do it on crates, you can just lie on the floor and do it, but I felt that when I put myself up on the crates, or you could do it on a bench or whatever you can find, it just seemed to be a much better stretch, but you'll get a feel for it when you get stuck into it. And again, you can make it harder by just increasing the thickness of the band if you really want to. You could just do this with a weight between your feet, if you could find something that you could hold in between your feet and do this exercise, but I think if you can get yourself hold of some bands, it's going to be much easier for you to do. So another alternative, or you could do it in addition to the other hamstring exercise that I showed, and sorry for the video quality on this was done on a phone rather than on my camera. So these are hamstring curls using an exercise ball, which by the way I might do some more videos using exercise balls, especially during this quarantine time, because they're actually a really good piece of gym equipment. So what you want to do is you want to focus on keeping your shoulder blades on the floor. You then want to keep a straight body from your knees to your shoulders. So you see it's like my body's fairly rigid there. And then you focus on rolling the ball and your heels back towards your bum as much as you can. And as you do that, you keep your body straight, so your hips should be going high above your head if you can. And you will really feel this. And you know, it looks like it's easy, but it's really good exercise. And you can make it a bit harder by putting a weight on your belly, and that'll make it a bit harder. But I can assure you, you will definitely feel that. Now, I then moved on to doing squats. Again, apologies for the video quality, this was done on a phone rather than on my camera, this particular exercise. And I appreciate that not everybody has a bar to be able to do squats, but I just wanted to show you, you can see that we've got some diving belts on the end there. We managed to find some flywheels from a car that we would put on the end, so we really got hold of as much as we could. You can see that I stacked up the bar onto some crates and then onto some bar stools. So we've really tried to grab hold of what we can to do this. Now I wouldn't recommend doing this sort of setup if you're doing it by yourself, because if it all goes Pete Tong, you're going to be in trouble. In fact, barbells in general, I wouldn't recommend using them when you're by yourself, because they can trap you underneath them, and if there's nobody there to save you or lift it off you, then you could be in a pretty bad state, if you're honest. So I wouldn't recommend necessarily barbells if you're by yourself, but this, not everybody's going to be able to do this, of course, because not everybody's got access to a barbell, but just wanted to give you an idea on the resources. Now this exercise that I do now is, obviously I've got the barbell, but I'm using the resistance band, as you can see, to create resistance for the actual squat. So if we just exclude the barbell and just look at me doing the squat here with the resistance band, it's the same motion as a normal squat, and you're going to get good resistance. It's not going to be anywhere near as good as a resistance if you're squatting like 100 kilograms. Then it's going to be very difficult to find that level of resistance without a bar. Let's be honest, there's just no other way you could really achieve it unless you have the weights themselves. So what you can do is you can put several resistance bands around. Now the resistance band will focus on driving your head into the floor, as opposed to a barbell which will sit nicely on your shoulders. The resistance band is going to be constantly trying to pull your face to the floor, so you do have to concentrate on keeping a straight, strong back. Right, so there's actually a couple more exercises that I wanted to show you that I didn't actually do in my workout, but they're really useful, and I think you'll find them perfect additions to your workout. So the first one I'm going to show you is how you can do a squat with a resistance band. So quite simply, I don't know if you're better hear me from there, but you'll be able to see hopefully. So you set it up, feet in there, and then you need to lift it above your head like so, and then you simply do your squat as normal. Keep your back straight, because this band's going to want to drive you down into the floor, so keep your back nice and straight, and again arse the grass if you can as normal. So that's the squat that I wanted to show you. Again, you can make it harder with all the others. You can well, this is the hardest resistance band I have, so if I wanted to make this one harder, I could add more resistance bands. And again, the other way, if I wanted to make it easier, I can just go down on a thinner resistance band. The other one is a deadlift, which, believe it or not, you can do with a resistance band, very similar to what I just showed you. So step on it, doubled over, you step on it doubled over, grab hold of the band. You can't even see from where I stood there. Let me stand back here. Right, so you lie it down like this, you can see better hopefully. Stand on it, feet placement as you normally would do with a deadlift, grab hold of the band, prep yourself, normal deadlift, up, if you can lock it out, and then down, up, and down. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a bit more uncomfortable, but you can still achieve it. I would recommend, if you can, to put gloves on, because these resistance bands will chew up your hands and it makes it a lot harder, so put some gloves on if you can, and it'll make it a lot easier for you. So I wanted to throw those 2 exercises in because it will help and be a good addition to your workout. So back to me sat in my room. So you might be wondering, well, why did he take his top off to show us those workouts? Look, I'm back on a bulk now. I need to make the most of my abs while I still can. So hopefully that gives you some good ideas on some leg exercises to do whilst you are in lockdown without access to much gym equipment. If you haven't picked yourself up some bands yet already, definitely go and get yourself some. I know it's difficult, but you can find them if you shop around a bit. Don't pay more than sort of £30–40 because they're screwing you over. So you can find them if you shop around a little bit. So try and pick yourself some up. And there is going to be a couple more episodes in this series. One is going to be how you can do certain exercises with furniture you have at home. So probably a chair is probably going to be a great way for me to show you some exercises. So that's still to come. And also I may as well show you some ab exercises. I know that abs you would do normally without any equipment anyway, but I may as well show you while I've got the time. So if you want to see all that, then hit the subscribe button. Also, as I said at the beginning, I'm going to be really focusing on sharing my story of growing my legs, because that is, for me, genetically a weak point. So I'm going to try and fight against that as much as I can and grow my legs and show you the mistakes and the good things that have happened, or will happen, hopefully, throughout the journey. So again, if you want to see some of that, then hit the subscribe button and join me on this journey. But for now, I will leave you to it. Hopefully you have a great leg workout at home now. Leave me comments and ask me questions if you need any help whatsoever. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.